The sun came up that morning in Georgia. The sky was blue and clear. Birds sang in the trees. I looked out my window. Today was my sister's wedding day. My name is Nanito. I am the younger sister. My sister's name is Lydia. She was 27 years old. I was 24. We lived in the same house with our parents. The house was busy that morning. Mom cooked in the kitchen. Dad cleaned the living room. Aunts and uncles arrived early. Everyone talked and laughed. The air smelled like flowers and coffee. I went to Lydia's room. She sat in front of her mirror. Her wedding dress hung on the door. The dress was white and beautiful. Small flowers covered the fabric. "Are you ready?" I asked her. Lydia smiled at me. Her eyes were bright. "I am so happy," she said. "Today is my perfect day." I helped her put on the dress. The dress fit her well. I buttoned each small button on her back. My hands moved slowly. I wanted everything to be perfect. Lydia stood up. She turned around. I looked at her. My sister looked like an angel. She was pure and happy. Her face glowed with joy. Her smile reached her eyes. "You are so beautiful," I said. "Thank you," Lydia said. She took my hand. "I am so lucky." I thought about Arnold. Arnold was the groom. He was Lydia's future husband. They met 3 years ago at a coffee shop. Arnold worked at a bank. He was 30 years old. Arnold was a good man. He was kind to everyone. He always smiled. He always listened when people talked. Our family loved him. Mom and Dad treated him like a son. My aunts called him their nephew. Arnold loved my sister very much. I saw it in his eyes. He looked at her like she was the only person in the world. He brought her flowers every week. He called her every night. He remembered every small thing she liked. Last month, Arnold fixed our father's car. He did not ask for money. He just wanted to help. "Arnold is a true gentleman," Dad said. Arnold also helped my mother in the garden. He planted roses for her. He carried heavy bags of soil. He never complained. Mom baked him cookies every time. "Arnold is part of our family now," she always said. I watched them together many times. They walked in the park. They held hands. They laughed at small jokes. They looked so happy, so perfect, so right for each other. Sometimes I felt a little lonely. I was happy for Lydia, but I wanted love like that too. I wanted someone to look at me the way Arnold looked at her. I wanted someone to remember my favorite things, but I believed in true love because of them. They showed me it was real. They showed me love could be gentle and strong. They showed me two people could be truly happy together. "Does Arnold know how lucky he is?" I asked Lydia. We heard a knock on the door. Mom came in. She wore a purple dress. Her eyes filled with tears. "My beautiful girls," Mom said. She hugged us both. Dad came in next. He wore his best suit. He looked at Lydia. His face was proud and sad at the same time. "My little girl is getting married," he said. His voice was soft. "I am still your little girl," Lydia said. She kissed his cheek. The photographer arrived. She took many pictures. Lydia smiled in every photo. She looked perfect. Everything looked perfect. The cars came at 10 o'clock. White ribbons decorated each car. Flowers covered the front car. We all got inside. I sat next to Lydia. She held her flowers tight. White roses and baby's breath. The flowers smelled sweet. "Are you nervous?" I asked her. "No," she said. "I am ready. Arnold is my everything." I looked at her ring finger. It was empty now. Soon Arnold would put a ring there. A gold ring. A symbol of forever. The cars drove through our town. People waved at us. Children ran beside the cars. Everyone was happy for Lydia and Arnold. I looked at my sister again. She stared out the window. Her smile never left her face. The sun made her hair shine like gold. In that moment, everything seemed perfect. The day was perfect. My sister was perfect. Her love was perfect. This world had no cracks. This world had no flaws. I did not know then what I would learn soon. I did not know the secret that hid in plain sight. I did not know that perfection was just a beautiful lie. But in that car, on that sunny morning, I believed in happy endings. I believed love was simple and true. I was so wrong. The church was old and small. It stood on a quiet street. The walls were made of gray stone. The windows showed colored glass. Red and blue light came through them. We arrived at noon. People filled the wooden benches. Friends sat on one side. Family sat on the other side. Everyone wore nice clothes. Everyone smiled. I walked down the aisle first. I wore a pink dress. I carried white roses. My heart beat fast. I was nervous for my sister. The music changed. Everyone stood up. They all turned around. Lydia walked in with our father. She looked like a dream. Her dress moved like water. Her face glowed with happiness. Arnold stood at the front. He wore a black suit. He looked handsome. But I saw something strange. His face was pale. His hands moved at his sides. Was he just nervous? All grooms were nervous. This was normal. This was his wedding day. Lydia reached the front. Dad kissed her cheek. He gave her hand to Arnold. Arnold took her hand. He smiled at her, but his smile looked tight. The priest began to speak. He talked about love and marriage. He talked about forever. His voice was calm and deep. Everyone listened quietly. I stood next to Lydia. I held her flowers for her. I watched Arnold. Something felt wrong, but I could not name it. The priest said, "Now we exchange the rings." Arnold's best friend stepped forward. He gave Arnold a small box. Inside were 2 gold rings, one for Lydia, one for Arnold. Arnold took Lydia's ring first. He held it up. The gold caught the light. It looked beautiful and perfect. He slid the ring onto Lydia's finger. His hand shook a little. "With this ring, I marry you," he said. His voice was quiet. Lydia smiled so wide. She looked at her ring. Tears filled her eyes, happy tears. Now it was Lydia's turn. She took Arnold's ring from the box. She put it on his finger. "With this ring, I marry you," she said. Her voice was strong and clear. The priest smiled. "Now Arnold will place the wedding band on Lydia's other hand." Arnold reached for the second ring, the big one, the special one, the one she would wear forever. Arnold picked up the ring. His hand shook badly now. I saw sweat on his face. His fingers trembled. "Are you okay?" The priest whispered to him. "Yes," Arnold said. But his voice cracked. He lifted the ring. He reached for Lydia's hand, but his fingers shook too much. The ring slipped. It fell from his hand. Everyone gasped. The church went silent. We all watched the ring fall. The ring hit the wooden floor. It made a small sound. Then it rolled. It rolled fast across the floor. It rolled in a straight line. The ring rolled toward me. It rolled and rolled. Then it stopped. It stopped right at my feet. I looked down. The gold ring sat there. It looked so small and innocent. "I am so sorry," Arnold said. His voice was loud in the quiet church. "It is okay," Lydia laughed. "Just pick it up." Everyone laughed too. It was a small mistake. These things happened. Nothing was wrong. I bent down. I picked up the ring. It felt heavy in my hand. The gold was warm from Arnold's hand. I started to walk toward Arnold. I wanted to give him the ring. But something made me stop. I looked at the ring. I turned it in my fingers. Why did I do that? Maybe I wanted to check for scratches. Maybe I wanted to see if it was damaged. I turned the ring toward the light. I looked inside the band. Most rings had words inside, names or dates, small messages of love. I expected to see Lydia and today's date. That was normal. That was what should be there. But that was not what I saw. The words inside were different. The letters were small but clear. I read them once, then I read them again. My brain could not understand. The word said, "Always you, Nenito." My name, not Lydia's name. My name was inside my sister's wedding ring. My heart stopped. The world stopped. Time stopped. Everything went silent. I looked up. I looked at Arnold. He was already looking at me. His face was white. His eyes were wide with fear. He looked like a man caught in a terrible trap. He knew. He knew I saw the words. He knew I read my own name. His mouth opened. No sound came out. He just stared at me. His eyes begged me, but I did not know what they begged for. The ring felt heavy in my hand, so heavy, like it carried a weight no one could see. Nonito, Lydia said. The ring? Everyone waited. The whole church waited. They all looked at me. I held a secret in my hand. A secret that could break everything. A secret that should not exist. I walked to Arnold. My legs felt strange. My hand held the ring. I gave it to him. I did not look at his eyes. Thank you, Arnold whispered. His voice shook. I walked back to my place. I stood next to Lydia. My body moved, but my mind was far away. Arnold put the ring on Lydia's finger. His hand still shook, but he did it. The ring was on her hand now. My name was on her hand now. The priest finished the ceremony. You may kiss the bride, he said. Arnold kissed Lydia. Everyone clapped. Everyone cheered. Music played. People threw rice and flowers. But I heard nothing. I saw nothing. My mind was in another time, another place. I remembered 5 years ago. I was 19 years old. I was in college. I studied art and history. Arnold was there too. He was a student like me, but we were not friends. We were just people who went to the same school. I saw him at parties sometimes. He stood in corners. He held a cup. He watched people talk and dance. He never talked much. He was quiet and shy. Did we ever talk? Maybe once or twice. Maybe at a party. Maybe in a class. I did not remember his face well back then. He was just another person. Just another quiet boy. I never spoke more than 5 sentences to him. We had nothing in common. We lived in different worlds. But now I remembered other things. Strange things. Things I forgot about. I remembered letters in my desk at school. Someone left them there. They had no name on them. The letters said nice things. You are beautiful. I think about you. You make me smile. I thought they were a joke. Maybe my friends wrote them. Maybe someone played a game. I threw most of them away. I also remembered small gifts. A chocolate bar on my desk, a flower in my locker, a book I mentioned once in class. These things appeared like magic. No one ever said they gave them. I asked my friends. They all said no. They did not give me anything. They did not write letters. Maybe you have a secret admirer, my friend said. She laughed. I laughed too. It seemed silly. It seemed like something from a movie. But now, I understood. Now, the pieces came together. Arnold gave me those things. Arnold wrote those letters. Arnold watched me from far away. He loved me. Not a small love. Not a simple crush. He loved me deeply. He loved me obsessively. He loved me in silence for years. He ordered this ring years ago. He saved money for it. He chose the words carefully. Always you, Nonito. He planned to ask me to marry him, but I never saw him. I never looked his way. I did not know he existed. To me, he was invisible. He was no one. So he kept his love hidden. He kept it locked inside. He watched me from shadows. He hoped one day I would notice him. But that day never came. I finished college. I moved on with my life. I never thought about him again. Then what happened? How did he end up with Lydia? I thought hard. I tried to remember. When did Lydia meet Arnold? 3 years ago. Lydia worked at a coffee shop. Arnold came in every day. He ordered coffee. He talked to her. He was kind and gentle. Lydia told me about him. There is a nice man, she said. He always smiles. He always asks about my day. One day Arnold asked her to dinner. She said yes. They started to date. She fell in love quickly. But now, I understood the truth. Arnold met Lydia because of me. He knew she was my sister. He saw me pick her up from work once. He saw us together. He could not have me, so he chose her. Maybe he thought being with Lydia meant being close to me. Maybe he thought loving her would fill the empty space. Or maybe he did love Lydia, but a part of him still belonged to me. A part he could not let go. That part lived inside this ring. My name carved in gold. A ghost from the past. A love that never died. I looked at Lydia. She smiled at everyone. She showed them her ring. She was so happy. She had no idea what she wore on her finger. I looked at Arnold. He looked sick. His face was gray. He knew what he did. He knew the lie he created. The ceremony ended. People left the church. They went to the reception. They laughed and talked. But I could not move. I stood in the empty church. The truth crushed me. Love could be silent. Love could be a haunting obsession. Love could hide in shadows for years. And now that love wore my sister's face. The reception was in a big garden. White tables filled the grass. People ate and drank. Music played. Everyone danced and laughed. Lydia stood in the center. She talked to guests. She smiled so much. Her ring caught the light every time she moved her hand. I could not stay near her. I could not pretend. I walked away from the crowd. I needed air. I needed space. I found Arnold near the rose bushes. He stood alone. He held a glass but did not drink. He stared at the ground. I walked to him. My heart beat fast. Anger filled my chest. "We need to talk," I said. My voice was cold. Arnold jumped. He turned around. He saw me. His face went white again. "Nanito." He started. "Not here," I said. "Follow me." I walked to the far corner of the garden. Trees grew there. No one could see us. No one could hear us. Arnold followed me. His steps were slow. He looked like a man walking to his death. We stopped under a big oak tree. I turned to face him. I crossed my arms. "Explain," I said. "Explain the ring." Arnold opened his mouth. No words came. He closed his mouth. He looked away. "Look at me," I said. My voice was sharp. He looked at me. Tears filled his eyes. His face twisted with pain. "I am sorry," he whispered. "Sorry is not enough," I said. "Why is my name in that ring? Why is my sister wearing my name?" Arnold's tears fell. They ran down his face. His body shook. "I ordered that ring 5 years ago," he said. His voice broke. "I ordered it for you. I saved money for months. I picked the words. I thought one day I would give it to you. But you never did," I said. "You never looked at me," he said. "I was invisible to you. I tried to talk to you. I tried to be near you, but you never saw me." "So you kept the ring," I said. "Yes," he said. "I kept it. I could not throw it away. It meant too much." "Then you met Lydia," I said. Arnold nodded. More tears fell. "I met her at the coffee shop. She was kind. She talked to me. She made me feel seen." "Did you know she was my sister?" I asked. Arnold looked down. He did not answer, but his silence told me everything. "You knew," I said. "You chose her because of me." "At first, maybe," he said. "But then I fell in love with her. Real love, true love. Lydia is wonderful. She is kind and good. She loves me completely." "Then why?" I said. My voice rose. "Why did you give her a ring with my name?" Arnold's face crumbled. He cried harder now. I tried to change it. "I went to the jeweler 3 months ago. I told him I needed new words inside, but he said it would take 2 weeks, maybe 3. So wait," I said. "I could not wait," Arnold said. "The wedding was close. If I delayed it, Lydia would ask questions. She would want to know why. I could not tell her the truth. So you lied," I said. "I thought no one would ever look inside," Arnold said. His voice was desperate. "People never look inside their rings. I thought it would be safe. I thought the secret would stay hidden forever." I stared at him. Anger burned in me. "You are a coward," I said. "I know," Arnold whispered. "You let my sister wear another woman's name," I said. "You let her wear me. Every day for the rest of her life. She will touch my name. She will wear my name on her hand." "I love her," Arnold said. "I really do love her. But part of you is still mine," I said. The words tasted bitter. Arnold did not deny it. He looked at me with sad eyes. "A part of me will always remember you, the girl I loved from far away, the girl I could never have. I am sorry for that, but I do love Lydia. Please believe me. Your love does not matter," I said. "You betrayed her. Not with another woman, not with an affair, with a name, with a ghost, with me." Arnold fell to his knees. He cried like a child. "Please do not tell her. Please. It will destroy her." I looked at him on the ground. This man was weak. This man was selfish. He put his fear above everything, above truth, above my sister's right to know. Betrayal was not always an affair. Sometimes it was just a name that should not be there. I left Arnold under the tree. He stayed on his knees. He cried alone. I did not look back. I walked back to the reception. Music played loudly. People danced. They ate cake. They drank wine. Everyone was so happy. I saw Lydia on the dance floor. She danced with Arnold. He held her close. She smiled up at him. She looked like the happiest woman alive. The song ended. Lydia left the dance floor. She walked to her friends. They stood by a table. They all held drinks. I stood far away, but I could hear them talk. "Let me see the ring again," one friend said. Lydia held up her hand. The gold ring shined. All the women gathered around. They looked at it closely. "It is so beautiful," another friend said. "It is perfect," Lydia said. Her voice was full of joy. "Arnold chose it himself. He has such good taste." The women laughed. They agreed. They all loved Arnold. They all thought Lydia was lucky. I felt sick. My stomach hurt. I wanted to run away. I wanted to scream. Every time Lydia touched that ring, she touched my name. Every time she looked at it, she looked at a lie. She wore me on her hand. She wore a ghost. But she did not know. She was so happy, so innocent, so blind. I sat down at an empty table. My head hurt. My heart hurt. Everything hurt. What should I do? Should I tell her the truth? Should I stay silent? I thought about telling her. I imagined the scene in my head. I would pull her aside. I would show her the ring. I would make her look inside. She would see my name. Her face would change. The happiness would die in her eyes. She would ask Arnold. He would confess. He would cry. He would beg for forgiveness. But it would be too late. The wedding would shatter. Her heart would break into pieces. She would never trust him again. She would never trust anyone again. Our family would know. Mom and Dad would be so angry. They would hate Arnold. They might hate me too. They might think I did something wrong. They might think I wanted Arnold. The whole family would fall apart. Cousins, aunts, uncles. Everyone would take sides. Some would blame Arnold. Some would blame me. Some would blame Lydia for being blind. Everything perfect would burn. Everything good would die. But what if I stayed silent? What if I never told her? Then I would carry this secret forever. Every family dinner, I would see Arnold. Every holiday, I would watch them together. Every time Lydia touched her ring, I would remember what was inside. I would have to smile. I would have to pretend. I would have to act like nothing was wrong. Arnold would be there too. We would share this secret, this terrible, heavy secret. We would be tied together by a lie. The past would never end. It would sit at every table. It would sleep in every room. It would follow me everywhere. Could I watch my sister wear a lie for years, for decades, forever? Could I face myself in the mirror? Could I sleep at night? Could I pretend to be happy when nothing was real? I looked at Lydia again. She talked to our mother now. Mom hugged her. They both cried happy tears. They both smiled so wide. Lydia deserved the truth. She deserved to know what she wore. She deserved to make her own choice. But the truth would destroy her. The truth would burn everything down. The truth would end this perfect day, this perfect love, this perfect life. I held the secret in my hands. It felt like a bomb. One word from me and everything would explode. The truth could set me free, but it would trap Lydia in pain forever. What was worse? A lie that kept everyone happy, or a truth that destroyed everything? I did not know. I still do not know. I chose silence that night. But secrets do not stay buried forever. They grow. They wait. They find their way out. A month passed after the wedding. Life went back to normal. Lydia and Arnold moved into a new house. They invited us for dinner every week. I went to those dinners. I smiled. I pretended. I watched Lydia wear the ring every single day. Arnold and I never spoke about it. We avoided each other's eyes. We sat at opposite ends of the table, but the secret sat between us like a living thing. Then one Sunday, everything changed. Lydia called me. Her voice sounded strange, cold and hard. "Come to my house," she said. "Now." "What is wrong?" I asked. "Just come," she said. My heart beat fast. I felt sick. Something was very wrong. I knocked on the door. Lydia opened it. Her face was pale. Her eyes were red. She had been crying. "Come in," she said. Her voice was ice. I walked inside. Arnold sat on the couch. His head was in his hands. "Sit," Lydia said to me. I sat down. I looked at her. "What happened?" Lydia held up her hand. She wore the ring, but now she knew. I saw it in her eyes. "I put lotion on today," she said. "The ring felt tight, so I took it off." My blood went cold. "I looked at it," she said. "I wanted to clean it, so I looked inside." She walked to me. She held the ring close to my face. "Read it," she said. "Read what it says." "Lydia, I started. "Read it," she screamed. I looked at the ring. I saw the words, "Always you, Nanito." "Why?" Lydia asked. Tears ran down her face. "Why is your name in my ring?" "I can explain," I said. "Did you sleep with my husband?" she asked. Her voice shook. "Did you? Before the wedding? During our relationship?" "No," I said. "Never. I promise." "Then why?" She screamed again. Arnold stood up. "It is not what you think," he said. "Shut up," Lydia yelled at him. "You lied to me. Both of you lied." "I did not know," I said. "I only found out at the wedding, when the ring fell." "And you said nothing," Lydia said. "You watched me wear it. You came to my house. You ate at my table. You said nothing." "I wanted to protect you," I said. "Protect me?" Lydia laughed, but it was not a happy sound. "You protected yourself. You both did." Arnold tried to explain. He told her everything. About his old love, about the ring, about his cowardice. But Lydia would not listen. She threw the ring at him. It hit his chest. It fell to the floor. "Get out," she said to Arnold. "Get out of my house." Arnold left. He cried, but he left. Lydia turned to me. "You too," she said. "Leave. I never want to see you again." "Lydia, please," I begged. "You are not my sister anymore," she said. Her voice was dead. "You are nothing to me." I left her house. I drove home. I cried all the way. The family learned everything. Mom and Dad were so angry. They did not know who to blame. Arnold, me, themselves. The family broke apart. Some people took Lydia's side. Some people took Arnold's side. No one took my side. Arnold left the city. No one knows where he went. Lydia divorced him. She moved far away. She changed her number. I never saw her again. Years passed. The pain stayed. 3 people who were once family became strangers. We carried our pain separately, in different cities, in different lives. One day I heard Lydia threw the ring into the sea. She wanted to forget. She wanted to erase that day, but the name stayed, not in gold anymore. In our hearts, in our memories, in our scars. Some wounds never heal. Some names never fade. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this story. If you enjoyed this time together, please support the channel. Click like so I know you want more stories like this. Share the video with a friend who's learning English and help them relax and practice at the same time. And don't forget to subscribe to Kaviko English Storytime and turn on the notification bell. Your support is small for you, but very big for this channel. It helps our little reading corner continue to grow.